Godhead. But to want different things, and to have your determination scattered, your energy scattered or divided, this is weakness of heart. Because it takes a total determination, total commitment, total dedication to attain the goal. And if you have anything but a oneness of mind, this is called daurbalya, which means difficult or weak, hridaya, which means heart. So this is pretty self-explanatory, but still we need to say it, that most people are hedging their bets. They're saying, well, I'll become a devotee and I'll do this, but I'll also maintain these other relationships on the material platform. And, you know, just in case it doesn't work out, I can always go back to the way I was. See? Leave the back door open. No, that's not going to work. You think Krishna doesn't know? Krishna knows everything. So he sees that our hearts are divided. He sees that our will and our intention is not total, it's not full. He sees that our commitment is something less than complete. So is he going to buy that? You know? Like, let's say that you're going to engage to be married to somebody, and then, you know, you find out that they've been hanging out with their old boyfriend. Oh, how are you going to react to that? Are you going to be pleased? I don't think so. So you think Krishna is going to be pleased when he sees that we're dividing our attention between his devotional service and other things? Krishna is very, very smart. You know, he can't be deceived. He can't be fooled. So we should try to attain, thank you, the complete dedication or the full intention to devotional service, and that will get us to the goal. Other states of mind and intention are an anarthas. They lead to our defeat at the hands of the illusory energy. So now let's look a little deeper into these things. By the way, at any time you can ask a question. Svarūpa-bhrama is of four kinds. Sva-tattva svarūpa-bhrama, or jiva svarūpa-bhrama, is illusion about one's own spiritual identity. Paratattva-bhrama is illusion about the spiritual identity of the Supreme Absolute Truth. We should know what is the Supreme Absolute Truth and who is the Supreme Absolute Truth. The Supreme Absolute Truth is that from which everything emanates. We see, like I gave the example earlier, chickens come from chickens, dogs come from dogs. But where has this whole world come from? The scientists want to tell us it comes from nothing. One day there was nothing, and then there was a big bang, and then everything was there. But we never see that something comes from nothing. That's absurd. That's a fairy tale for children. That's not a real theory. That's not, you know, they can't really be serious, can they? They want us to expect that this nothingness or emptiness gave rise to everything? How is that possible? Then that space or the emptiness wasn't really nothingness. It was something that had tremendous potential. And where does that potential come from? Where does that power come from? Power or energy always has a source. We never see anything that doesn't have a source. So the original source, that is the absolute truth. And the original source, as we went over earlier, it has to be a person. You know, I wish I could find this cartoon. Big Bang Construction Company. There's a bunch of guys with hard hats on, you know, and overalls and stuff, and there's a big pile of construction materials. You see, boards and girders and roofing stuff and rolls of different material and some, couple of concrete things and stuff like that. And then there's a line. You see there's a wire snaking out across the ground. And there's a guy with an explosives detonator, right? And they're all standing around waiting, looking at this guy. And there's a big sign that says, Big Bang Construction Company. Does anybody believe that you can build a building by blowing up a bunch of materials? Huh? It's crazy, isn't it? So similarly, it's a crazy thing to believe that this universe, as wonderful and finely tuned and carefully balanced and amazingly complex as it is, could come from just a big explosion. I mean, that's nonsense. That's crazy thinking, huh? That's really, I mean, that's, you got to have consumed a lot of certain intoxicating beverages to even consider a theory like that. I can imagine they must have been all like up really late one night, and really, really drunk, and like, well, what are we going to tell everybody, We can't have this God theory. I mean, this, that's no good because that takes away our power. So, oh, I know. We'll tell them it came from a big bang. Yeah, that's it. Huh? I mean, they must think I don't know what they're smoking, but they must think we're smoking something too if they expect us to believe that. What we see is that every complicated construction, like a machine, like this video camera or this computer, takes intelligence to put together. It takes intelligence to design. It takes teamwork of a bunch of very skilled people, and then they can put together something nice, So when we see this universe, there has to be intelligence behind it. It's not possible that this thing could exist just by chance. Huh? It's not possible that it could come from nothing. Look at it. It's so fantastic. So these are all just the theories of very stupid people. And the people who accept these theories, they all have some hidden agenda. They want to play God. They want to make believe that they are the controller, the owner, the creator, the enjoyer, the doer, the knower. But actually, it's God who is all these things. And we're simply along for the ride. That's the real nature of the absolute truth. And the spiritual identity of the absolute truth can only be Krishna. Because only Krishna has demonstrated all of the symptoms of the absolute truth. Krishna is known as Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has 6 symptoms. He has all power, all wealth, all knowledge, all beauty, and all renunciation. There's one more. Knowledge, wealth, power, all fame. Everyone has heard of God. Everybody knows about God. So he has all these things in complete abundance, unlimited abundance. Well, we can't find anybody like that in the whole history of the world except Krishna. He's the only person who manifests all these 6 symptoms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And of course, Western society has done a very good job of suppressing this knowledge. And the plan to suppress this knowledge goes back at least to the days of the Roman Empire. We've documented all this on our website. We know that they went down to Alexandria and destroyed the library of Alexandria at least 3 times. And that's just Emperor Constantine. They didn't want people to know about the Vedic literature. They didn't want people to know the history of where the actual origins of the human race, human civilization come from. They tried to cover it all up. And now they want to say that there was, you know, some baboon in Africa is everybody's ancestor. I had a friend who wrote a poem about that. He said, they say they come from monkeys, and they've proved it through the ages by their total inability to listen to the sages. They can't follow the instructions. They can't understand the knowledge given in the scriptures or by the sages. So they say it's not true. It's just like if somebody, can you imagine, you're talking to some little school child, and you say, you know, Einstein gave this theory of relativity, where he proved that all motion is relative. And the kid says, I don't believe